to you all. So we are here with the fourth online session at IT Pro community. So, okay, let's get started. So today we are having Indika Herath, who is a lead platform, power platform developer at Digital Team. So he will be sharing how developers can leverage Power Platform to build faster, smarter, and more impactful application. So this will be definitely an insightful session for you all. So over to you, Indika.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So, quick mic test. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, Indika, you're audible, and
Okay, great.
you're so clear. Yeah.
Thanks, Andani. Thank you. Right. Yeah. So, I'm really happy about everyone who joined today. So, thank you very much for joining. So, really excited to be here and present something really uh, new to development community, but I think you have heard about this Power Platform before. So I just quickly can I know that is that possible to raise your hand here? That icon is there, right? Okay, great.
Yeah. So the
So,
reaction should be possible. Yeah.
okay, great. Thank you. So, yeah, so today basically I'm going to talk about how developers can work with Power Platform, which is Microsoft product suite available for all of the developers, non-developers, or all the citizen developers and all. So it's kind of a topic that so can you raise your hand, as software engineers? I just want to get some background understanding about your that audience. Okay, so no one raised, or anyone else? I mean, non-software engineers, someone from businesses. Yeah, so there are few people. Okay, so today, so I'm going to talk about as a developer, software engineer. So we are kind of uh, actually we don't like to go for low code platforms because we are code lovers, right? So we love to do coding and we happy to do coding and we our surrounding with the coding. So then if you are talking about no code platform, low code platform, so when I was working for .NET development earlier, so when I heard about this low code, no code platform, actually I rejected, to be honest, because I thought that that platform is not suitable for us and it's not for us and it's not giving proper our kind of capability we can't show from the low code, no code platform. So then actually I rejected at that time. So, but somehow I had to support our Power Platform team at my like in my company and for their big problem. So then what happened to me? So then I had to help them to save the company profile as well. So then I had to learn about Power Platform, how the kind of this architecture is, how that data coming through, and how things are working. So then I realized that. So for a software engineers, for the developers, so low code, no code platforms are kind of nothing, right? So I'm telling you. So, but why I'm talking about low code, no code platform about these platforms with this community, IT Pro community, because so earlier, yes, it is only low code, no code, but now we are kind of like Microsoft kind of moving this solution, which is really enabling for developers to do custom development. So that is kind of thing that Microsoft thought about, not enough to give the out of the box features, which is available drag and drop features. So then they also thought their roadmap items as like we need to enable another layer to developers to do some custom development. That is kind of thing actually when it's come to client, they're expecting more uh, customized solutions than earlier, right? Even if you're using these platforms that they are expecting something more from us. So that's why so I'm going to talk about this specific subject with you because this is our software engineers and our developers forum. So then you can understand something different end of this session. So stay with us. So then I'm talking about all this stuff for today. So if I move into the next thing, like if I talk about our um, before I move into anything else, so then quickly introduce myself, how why I'm talking about this Power Platform because I have experience and certified from Microsoft for specific subject, my Power Platform development. So not only that, previously I am into IoT, .NET, Java, I covered all the technology stacks up to now. Then I moved to this Power Platform now. So I'm working as lead Power Platform developer for an Australian company under digital team. So digital team supporting us to, uh, bring our capabilities into the world. So, and also kind of, so from like for the Power Platform development, so there are two paths. Like if you want to get into, like there are two type of people coming to Power Platform development. So few of them are coming from dynamic 365 background, like they are doing dynamic 365 related developments, customization and those application related stuff. Then they are moving to the Power Platform. And other side, like like us, so being a software developer, software engineer, then we are getting to this Power Platform development. So I will tell you, so being software engineer, front-end developer, back-end developer, or full stack developer and getting to Power Platform is nowadays really matters because you can do really good things than others, right? So I mean, you can become a champion or you can become a better person in your organization if you move to this with the development or software engineering background. So that happened to me as well because now whatever I'm doing, I'm getting all the experience I had with the software engineering when I did it in my previous uh, experience. So so then I'm going to cover today about basically what is the Power Platform basically. In this forum, some of them may know about this Power Platform and some of them are new to Power Platform. So then I will explain what is the Power Platform and why we are talking about this Power Platform that is under Microsoft, but need to know it's a Power Platform is a suite. So we need to know why we are choosing Power Platform as a development tool. What are the capabilities it will gives us, something like that, right? So then I'm talking about what as a developer, what we had in our mind about low code, no code platform and what is the exact reality. And then that is the good part. I'm talking about something that why developers should move into Power Platform development because what are uh, the capabilities and what are the things you can do better than others, right? So these are the things I am covering and I will show you some uh, similar I mean it's not a demo session because when I since in my university time it's live demonstration is problem for me. So still it's there, so I'm showing some code base I have done and you can understand and you can improve yourself and you can take some the buzzwords from there and you can start your learning curve, right? So there are plenty of learning possibilities out there, so I will showcase few of the references as well, right? So that's it for the day. And if needed, like you can request, we can do some deep dive session about each of the section. But yes, so we'll move into the this thing, right? So basically, uh, here I think you can see the screen. So basically, as a software engineer, right? So what we do basically, so we do CRUD operations, like whatever the applications we are building today and whatever the requirement we have. So we have the data source and we have the whatever the data source and we have the front end and we do CRUD operations. So CRUD operations you may heard about. And so if you move from one application to another application, maybe one project to another project, definitely you can do the CRUD operation repetitively, right? So it's kind of a repetitive task. Sometimes you may have some database services or some kind of services already built in reusable components, but most of the cases we experience in our day-to-day life, what happen, we need to, if we are starting new project, we need to set up all the things separately, and it will take some time as well. And the next thing is, uh, nowadays we should understand that better. So if I take clients, right, their expectation is kind of different now because we are now in the AI era. As a software engineer, you have some problem right now because there are some story going that there can be replacing, right? The software engineer can be replacing with AI agents, right? So those things we are talking about, and wipe codes came and so many things came and they do the job what software engineer did, right? But that is not the truth actually. We just need to discuss that further to understand what is the kind of intellectual to us than the whatever the AI agents, right? So, but in that sense, what should understand the customer expecting solution very fast today than previous, right? So in our normal agile practice, in our sprint uh, practices, so to deliver a solution will take more than 6 months, maybe 1 year, maybe more than that, to give a complex kind of solution. But nowadays that customer expectation and the demand is very they are expecting some rapid application development. So they are expecting a solution MVP version very fast, while keeping the that well structured design, that code quality and all the stuff they are that expectation is same, but they are expecting the results very fast. So in that sense, we need to speed up our development as well while keeping that same standards and all, right? Next thing is like, so when it's come to software development, so nowadays, like not like earlier, that clients also a little bit aware about technology more than that, more than before, right? So then they are also kind of doing some research and they are finding new way of doing things, right? They are open into that AI and they are doing the chat GPT and check how we can solve these problems like that. And if we get into them and discuss with them, and when we start the development, their mind may be change time to time. So then they're expecting some different thing. They're expecting some expansion while we are doing development. So then some integrations came to play. So then if we have standard software development life cycle or scrum base or some agile practices, so then what happened, it's difficult to adapt new requirement very fast, and some complexity we need to do some impact analysis. We need to check is that match to the current ongoing development. So many things are there. And also when it's come to the when it's come to deliver a solution, so we have SDLC life cycle, right? So in that life cycle we are following the requirement analysis and then uh, requirement understanding, document it, and develop some architecture and give the solution and testing. A lot of things are there, but so this will take much time, but we need to reduce the time as well because that the expectation and the expectation very urgent, right? So then we need to understand the customer, because we are developing our solutions to the customer, not to someone else who wait till so many month to deliver the solution. So these are kind of things we all understood today when we talk about customers. So one thing, as a software engineer, you can't stay back office. Like nowadays you can't stay back office, right? You need to come to front and talk to your client, and that kind of ecosystem build up, uh, I mean, in this era. Because not like previously we are doing development and some other team is focusing on the front end with the clients, all this stuff now a little bit deviate, and now you also need to expose with the customer client, and you need to explain the technical things very smoothly. So then now we are in a good, that is, I'm saying, let's say, I'm saying that is good move, it's good thing. So these are kind of some hints to talk about this specifics, I mean technology, right? So and not only that, so other thing is, as software engineers, like we have heard about Power Platform, we have heard about so many low code no code platform, but we have some misconceptions. So we'll see what are those, right? So then just so maybe some of them related to you as well. Like I also thought all these items, like I will show you what are they, what are these. So in here, so the first thing is, it's that low code no code platform, not for the software engineers, not for the front end developer, not for the full stack developers. It is only for citizen developers or non developers. These are kind of common myth we know, right? And some of them are thinking like, so these power low code no code came here to replace our professional coding. So then we just rejecting that because it's not for us, and it will kind of replacing us as well. So then there is another myth, right? And other thing is, so by using low code no code platform, if we are giving a solution, it's not perfect, it's not good enough to perform well, it's not enterprise level. So those are kind of myth we had when we were, when we are doing development. In your scenario also same, like if you are hearing about low code no code, you just step back, because those technologies you are not really kind of believe that can give solution like standard solution development. So something that I also believed earlier, but these are kind of technical reality, right? So these platforms came to play with extend developer capability, especially Microsoft Power Platform nowadays have extends developer capability. So yes, we have pro code, I mean we have low code no code layer there, and on top of that we can do much more customization and much more developer friendly stuff. I will explain in my later part. So that is not the uh, reality. This is not for the developers. As developer, you can do more with Power Platform. I will explain that. And that accelerate the delivery, because in this technology itself, that the already the bottom layer completed. Only we need to work on the business scenario. We no need to waste our valuable time on building the boilerplates, right? So then it is already there. So we need to focus on our business requirement. We need to focus on ROI driven part, not the repetitive authorization, repetitive login systems, or repetitive other database connections, all this stuff, right? So we can work on specifically the requirement, not for kind of basic, I mean common part. And next thing is that Microsoft, that Power Platform under the Microsoft. So then it's allow us to integrate with Microsoft ecosystem, especially Azure services, right? Not like other solution. Like if we build .NET solution with React or creating that solution with uh, Azure services, like we need to struggle a little bit, but we need to do a lot of things. But these are kind of first party, second party application under Microsoft. So then we can easily connect with internal systems like Graph API or 365 or anything like in TriD, anything we can connect directly with secure connection. So those are inbuilt into these platforms. So very easy to work with them because that SSO functionality is already built in. All this stuff are there. It is very easy to uh, adapt our solutions to deliver very fast. So those are kind of things technically we can do as software engineers and technical people. Uh, so that's why I thought to talk about this in this IT program because I'm doing some session in that Power Platform forum as well. But there we are talking about deep dive sessions in different technology related to Power Platform. But here I just initiate some discussion about Power Platform because good to know these things and good to start even like if you can start by today, like good to start by today because something we need to understand the reality. So because that if you are moving to a Power Platform kind of AI driven uh, suit, right? It's kind of a survival for you with this AI era. If you stay with the standard developments without adhering to all that the waves we have this AI and vibe coding all this stuff, if we stay back, so then we can't survive in this world. So that is the truth, right? So think about that as well. So then, so I will show you something that really interesting, a small joke here. So this is about engineers still, why engineers still needed. So basically you can see here that client expected, like I liked an avocado burger and fries. That requirement, if we converted with AI without knowing exact engineering architectural things without knowing, it will build something like that. That's why I always telling, so whatever the technology came, your basement should be software engineering, your concept, you should be conceptual. You need to understand the concept first, then you can move into the whatever the tools. So if you are starting, I want to tell that as well. If you start uh, low code, no code platform as your first step in this industry, so to say that it can be a, kind of miss. Uh, it's not good for you, to be honest. If you can understand the programming concept first and how we can do this stuff, then you are moving to these low code no code platform. You have added advantage as well. I'm not telling you to not to start low code no code platform at once, but there is a reality as well. So let's talk about then we'll talk about this Power Platform. What is that Power Platform? What are the things in under this Power Platform umbrella? So we'll move into this presentation slide deck. So uh, yeah, so here uh, you can see under the Power Platform, this is low code platform under Microsoft, and it connected with Microsoft 365, Azure, Dynamic 365, and other standalone application. And here you can see uh, 5 items, 5 different applications. Some of them you may familiar with, some of them are new to you. We'll discuss that now, right? So first thing is Power BI. Maybe you are not hearing about like you are not good at Power Platform, but you heard about this Power BI because it's really um, you know uh, most of the companies that C levels and the business intelligent people, they are using Power BI. So even without knowing Power Platform what it is, most of the people are using Power BI. So Power BI is one of the solution under Power Platform, which is enabled for you to convert your raw data into insight and visualize them in a proper manner. You can do reporting, you can do dashboard, you can do, drill down dashboard whatsoever. You can use Power BI tool specifically for business analytics as a tool, as a visualizer for your data. And if you have a system under the Power Platform, if you want more kind of descriptive visualization, so then you can use Power BI dashboard, and it automatically, I mean, it's directly connecting with your existing data source. No need to worry much about that. And then we are talking about Power Apps. That is where the app development platform. So that Power Apps having two different type of application development, model driven application and canvas application development. So we no need to talk about deep about those things, but first you should understand the Power Apps is for you to develop your own application. These applications run on mobile, run on web browser. So this is browser based application. So very responsive, and you can do whatever that you can design nowadays, like so very fancy and very uh, standard applications, very UI UX friendly. So those features are available today. And then we are talking about Power Automate. Name as it is, it's automation tool. It's for process automation. Sorry, especially think about one scenario like if you want to automate your emails and daily basis, there are few emails are coming and some invoices coming, so you need to download them and you need to take the insights from that emails and put into your system. Those repetitive tasks you can automate from Power Automate. And if you want to schedule some jobs, some tasks daily basis every day, 8 a.m., you need to send some messages, send some emails to different parties. So then you can do those things. Like it's maybe the Power Automate is work as a scheduler. It work as automation. That uh, email trigger. It it work as different trigger, like database trigger. When you create record in database, it automatically triggers and do some other job. So that Power Automate also you can use for different thing, and it also connected with the same data source. Uh, then I'm not uh, talking about Microsoft Copilot first, then I'm moving to Power Pages. So when it's come to Power Pages, this is the feature you can build websites. So in here, the Power Pages Studio, you can develop your own website. So they have given some templates as well, or you can use your own template. You can customize your own template. You can do whatever customization on it. So I will explain later how these Power Pages applications support to developers, right? So here the beauty, the difference from other applications, all other applications basically for Microsoft tenant users, right? So it's under the tenant, whoever the user, you can use it. But the Power Pages, the difference here, you can expose your data source to external people as well with the secure channel, right? So think about some example like onboarding, like vendor onboarding solution. So when it's come to vendor onboarding, so the vendor is external party and you are internal party. You can have a portal, vendor onboarding portal, and you can start the preliminary steps in your internal portal, and you can expose the web URL to external party. Then they can access your same data and do the form filling or whatever assigned task, and they can submit those information into the internal system again. So it's like not like earlier, like asking some, filling some separate forms, online forms or whatever document, email the documents to our internal employees and do the manual work. No need to do things like that again. You can use Power Pages website builder. You can build your portal, or you can build your websites as you want. So these are kind of basic understanding about Power Platform. So I will give you some time for you to ask question a little bit later, and I will quickly jump now to how as developer this Power Platform can extend, right? So right. So now what you can see here, it's kind of a full architectural, I mean that holistic view of Power Platform documentation. So you can see the first layer, right? In the first layer, the Power Platform low code experience, right? Still, if you have rapid requirement, I mean that rapid requirement, you can use your low code capability and drag drop things and provide the solution very fast. Like normally application development, standard application development will take 3 months, 6 months, but this will take only 1 week. Now, i- no, not more than 1 week, like you can do the application development within a day, right? So based on the complexity, it will take time, but simply that low code solution you can cater very fast. But if they are expecting, if the customer expecting more kind of customization and more different solution, that they are that business specific solution. So this is the section that Power Platform extensibility. This section for you basically for developer extensibility feature. This is for code lover. So I will explain one by one. So PCF component, which is you can develop your user interfaces using React and TypeScript. And the Dataverse plugins, which is .NET based application development, you can uh, develop your application using C Sharp. You can develop the Dataverse plugins to the existing solution. And yes, we have custom connector capability. If you have Postman collection with you, you can directly take that Postman collection into a custom connector. So it will allow to do all the stuff which expected in the system. And with the Power Pages website development, so they have given the feature for you to do uh, the development in server side, which is server logic. So server logic is new feature released for Power Pages. So that is Power Pages is website building solution. So in this website, normally previously what we did all kind of custom logics in the front end with the liquid code, maybe JavaScript. So we did a front end. But when it's come to the secure information, we can't work with the front end because it's visible to others. The feature with server logic, you can take all the, I mean, that sensitive information, sensitive operations into server logic side, and you can provide the insights to the front end. You can pass JSON, so then that JSON you can visualize as you need. So that is another good feature which is for software engineers to do development. So all this stuff you can develop using VS Code, then that Power FX functions, JavaScript extensions, webhooks, all these are also uh, kind of developer friendly options. And yes, that Pro Code capabilities also there in the next layer. You can use Azure functions and connect with the Power Platform. You can use API management to take external data sources into it with with the secure channel. Yes, still logic apps you can use for castration and data, you know, manipulation and all. So all the AI features, cognitive services, Azure AI, and bot services especially, you can use them. Uh, all this stuff under the data and identity foundation. So here we are talking about Dataverse, which is the data scalable data platform under Power Platform. So this having full capability to secure your data up to your record level, row level, table level, your permission can apply. And yes, SQL database can be connected. These are kind of relational databases, and all the data lakes and other stuff, data warehouses, you can connect, especially that graph API directly can access through Power Platform, and you can do lot. And the Entra ID is the identity and access management for all the solutions which I mentioned. And every solution, even if you are doing custom developments, which is it's secured with the same secure architecture, which is inbuilt into Power Platform, which is Microsoft given. And you can see in the left side, it's having DevOps access, DevOps capability. You can build your solution, you can version your solutions, you can commit your solution changes, and you can deploy with the pipelines. So all the features available today with Power Platform, even we are talking about low code, no code in normal world, but Power Platform having that extensible capability for you to develop your own custom solution as code lover, right? So these are kind of things I just want to touch with you, and I will extend this one a little bit more about specifically Power Pages. So if I go to the Power Pages, this is really you can do as a software engineer, you can do much more with Power Pages because there are a lot of custom capability. So this is and also this is kind of an external facing portal which is available for external users and internal users as well, and that can directly connect with your Dataverse uh, through direct or out of the box forms, and you can have some Dataverse web API. You can use server logic capability. All this stuff support you to connect with different sources. Especially this server logic will help you to connect with internal Dataverse information, internal data sources, and also external data sources as well. It's really uh, a good option given by Microsoft for Power Pages. And also you can secure internal information, especially if you want to call graph API information. So if we call it from the server side, I mean client side, it's really um, exposing some of the data. But if you can use server logic, which is you can bring all that uh, hassle into your backend server side, and you can do development. There's no vulnerability from that onwards if you go for server logics kind of technology. So this is kind of a block diagram how this Power Pages website work with server logic and Dataverse internal data source and external services as well. So, and also you can do much more development on it. I will show you one sample screen with you. So in this screen, you can see the first screen, you can see that how DevOps repository maintaining, and here you can see some PCF component related DevOps repository. In this repository we are keeping our code changes, and we have different branches here. So even if you are talking about low code no code platform, so we have these capabilities as well. So these are really familiar to you as software engineer, software developer. So these features you can use as you wish. So then that you won't feel that you are working with the low code no code platform. You can take your uh, you know uh, passion with low code no code platform as well. And you can have uh, you can use VS Code to do your development, and you can deploy them. You can push those changes to uh, Power Platform environment and see how it's work. And also you can the deployment process, especially ALM, application lifecycle management. So you can use the same pipelines to take the changes from the your develop branch, your main branch, and uh, develop some like under the pipeline. You can make some artifacts and push your changes to different environments, which is maybe from your development environment to UAT environment and your production environment and also client environment like that. So this is what I wanted to touch with you today, and this is just touching this surface, and you can dive into deep and understand how you can contribute to these specific developments with keeping your passion. That is very important. Like if you are moving to low code no code platform like Power Platform, still you can stay with your passion with coding. So that is what something that I wanted to realize in this forum in today, right? And so now we talk about all these jargons and things. So you may think about how I can get into this, right? How I can get into this. So for that one, I will show you a few sample locations locally and globally you can refer. So if you want to get started with this Power Platform, so you know that Factory. So he's the MVP in Sri Lanka for local business applications. So you can go to his YouTube channel and follow this beginner tutorial, and you can get good understanding about how basic things working, right? And how this Power Platform architecture is ready to start. So then once you started and get familiar with this platform, so you can do much more with your capabilities as a developer. And also we have PCF Gallery. I will show you that later. And internationally, that PCF lady is really familiar and a famous lady, Diana. So she's having a blog post, blog website, and she explained about that PCF capability, PCF especially custom front-end development capability, how we can do start development, and what is the roadmap for uh, I mean custom development. So all this stuff you can learn from there. So actually these are kind of things I just wanted to talk with you. And again I will explain. I will show you a few screens with you, uh, which I have uh, already with me. So give me some time. I need to switch my screen a bit. We'll go for this thing, and then I will show you a few this thing. So if you really happy to work with the Power Platform, still if you are a code lover, so this is the place you can start the PCF and Power Pages related development. So here I'm showing one example with the Power Pages. This is the Power Pages studio, and here they have given option for us to do server logic application, and we can set the role based access as well. And uh, so you can go to your VS Code online and do the changes here. So here you can see that get operation is there, and you can have the post operation, and under the get operation you can do your logics, and it will return whatever the information you need. This is kind of a sample application. So this will return JSON response, right? So then you can use that JSONs to visualize your solution as you want, right? So very, very easy. And nowadays we are talking about Copilot and GitHub Copilot and Cloud, all this stuff will support you, and then you can easily build your logics. But keep in mind you need to understand the core concept, and you keep in mind the data flow in the same with the, I mean that match with the requirement as well while you are working with AI agents. And another thing I want to show you, I talk about this thing, like another thing called PCF gallery. So keep these screenshots if needed. So this is really important when it's come to model driven application development. So if your model driven application still look that matte style, so you can customize your uh, interfaces, your front end with different uh, UI components like that. So I'm not go into deep into that. It's I'm passing for you to learn about those things. PCF gallery is one of the location you can download from the GitHub uh, these code samples, and you can check how these samples are there. Especially these applications run on TypeScript and basically React. So you can use the React to develop these applications. And here I talk about Fikri's uh, beginner tutorials. Like you can go to this Power App in Singular tutorial set and you can learn from him. Like really, you can understand. Uh, I also followed very early stage this stuff, and he has explained it really well. And I told you about PCF lady. It's a very famous lady. And here you can see PCF learning roadmap. So PCF learning roadmap, if you go inside, it will gives you all the things you need to learn about. Like you need to learn about React, you need to learn about how to use UI element. If you develop application for model driven application, you can use Fluent UI. If you are developing application for Power Pages, you can go for Material UI, something like that. So all this stuff it explain and very easy to understand step by step. And then I need to show some repositories like similar to your norm standard developments. Here also we can have repositories and you can maintain your versions, and you can see the versions histories as well. Other than that, the, the final thing I want to show you, this is one of the uh, PCF component, and you can see the package JSON is there, and it will show what are the dependencies we have injected, and that all the related stuff are there, and how to run that application. And you have this app.txs, all this stuff are there. And really, if you are front-end developer and if you are React developer, you can easily catch this PCF application development. And I talk about something called plugin. Uh, yes, so this is one of the plugin. So this is fully C sharp development. So if you are familiar with C sharp development, so .NET development, uh, so you can get into this plugin development. So especially plugins work with the CRUD operation with database. So these are post conditions and the preconditions. Like think about simple scenario. If you want to save some information in your database, like you can create record in database. Before create the record in database, uh, so you need to do some modification into it. So you can use preconditions. So the post conditions example is like once you save information in one table, you need to create another record in another table, right? But you can automate that process with plugins. So so plugins development. So then that is really familiar to software engineers, not for the citizen developers, not for the uh, non-developers. They can't do this stuff easily. They can learn and do, but as software engineers, these are really coding with low code, no code platform. So the code lover can adapt to these kind of things. So here we have server logic samples, and here we have plugin as I explained. Here we have PCF component. These are the special three items which developer can do a lot on it. So so this is kind of wrapping up exactly what I wanted to tell you today. So maybe I took 50 minutes from you. So any question from you, from me about this technology, how you can get into, and any problem with this, anything you can ask now. So any problems like organizing team, if you can enable for all users to access, and yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask any question if you have. Okay, so now mic enable for you all. You can unmute yourself. If you have any questions, you can ask. So we can give few minutes for you. So if you have any question, you can ask from my, this is my LinkedIn page. You can reach out to LinkedIn page and ask any questions. And so as in digital team, so there are some openings as well. So you can join with the digital team. Really, helpful environment, and the work-life balance environment at digital, like I experienced. Like now I work for digital team for 2 years. I already completed 2 years there. And also as Sri Lankans, you can get more exposure, foreign exposure, because you are working for Australian, New Zealand, UK companies. So then, uh, so staying at uh, your born city, you can work for different countries. So then that exposure really matters to you, how they are thinking, how they are solving problems. All this stuff really helpful for you to get into in this development or technical ladder. So then, so you can stay touch with the digital team LinkedIn page and see any openings, and you can connect with them. That TA team, which is talent acquisition, and yeah. So any question from you? So if you don't have any questions, and if you have questions, you can send me messages through LinkedIn or whatever the sources. And if you don't have questions, we can wind up. Uh, Thank you very much for joining today.